A very good evening to all our partners. Greetings from Canara Robeco Mutual Fund, and we are very pleased to share with you and launch this specific initiative in partnership with KFin Tech. We are at a very interesting time. Uh, Industry as a whole is close to 80 lakh crores of AUM. We have more than now 25 crores of folios, mutual fund accounts, and it's growing rapidly. When you look at in terms of awareness, it is increasing. New investors are coming in. The SIP flows are very strong, and today also the MFI data has come in for the last one. It's again more than 29,000 crores of SIP flows, which are continuing in India. So thank you to all of you for really building the entire industry on a very strong foundation of strong retail flows, which are building it up. And now it is kind of a mutual fund revolution, SIP revolution, which India is witnessing today. I think today when we are talking about 80 lakh crore and given as far as the growth is concerned, that is given in the industry. Today, the big question is in terms of as we enter into this Amrit Kal period, the Viksit Bharat period of India, and where the mutual fund industry is expected to grow multi-fold from the present levels and is projected to actually grow much higher than the GDP of India also by 2047. When you look at the vision document, which has been also shared and circulated by MFI, clearly, I think at this point of time, the key questions and the key challenges for all the distributor partners is how do we, it's not about in terms of scaling up your business. I think that is given, the growth is given. The question is that how do we build that infrastructure, the technology infrastructure to actually equip that entire growth, to support that entire growth? How do we simplify our operations? How do we diversify our product offerings and build through a service excellence? And I think for all to achieve this scale, the core is the technology which can really help us build that entire scale. And to talk about that more in detail, we have a very special guest, Mr. Praveen Shankaran, the man who is the man of the moment at this point of time, because he is at the heart of various technology initiatives, service initiatives which have been taken by KFin Tech. And a very warm welcome, Praveen. Thank you very much for accepting our invite and joining us for this special webinar, empowering all our partners on the key initiatives. And today he is going to talk about the various technology initiatives which RTA is taking, KFin Tech is taking to really empower all our partners and help them with this entire growth which we are witnessing today in the market, and definitely for that multiplier growth which all our partners and as an industry which we are going to witness in the next decade. Before I hand over Mr. Praveen, a quick introduction about Mr. Praveen. Mr. Praveen Shankaran, Chief Operating Officer at KFin Technologies, as he joined us for an engaging session. He has over more than 17 years of experience in the banking and financial services. He brings a wealth of knowledge and leadership expertise. At KFin Technologies, he's been instrumental in driving operational excellence, leveraging agile methodologies, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement. His leadership previous roles include Chief Risk Officer, where he led strategic risk analysis and governance initiatives, Head of Internal Audit, focusing on process engineering and internal control leads, service transformation and process excellence. Mr. Shankaran is a chartered accountant and a certified Scrum Master, widely recognized for his visionary leadership, digital transformation initiatives, and commitment to building high-performing teams. So, very warm welcome, Praveen. Thank you very much, joining us for this webinar exclusively for all our partners, mutual fund distributors in the industry. We look forward to your. I know you have a presentation where you want to share the key technology initiatives which KFin Tech is taking. And of course, after the presentation, we'll have an interactive session with all our partners. We'll take questions from our partners also. So clearly, I think as you, in terms of the biggest, at this point of time, the challenge for all our partners is It's not about the growth. Growth is given. So we all know that industry is going to grow 5x, 10x from here in the next few years. How do we build a robust technology platform? How do we use the infrastructure and some of the things which you are using in KFin Tech? If you can share those initiatives with all our partners so that they are also up to the speed in terms of the technological changes which are happening in the industry. And then, of course, we'll take that discussion forward. So with this, over to you, Praveen.
Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Good afternoon, everyone. And thanks a lot, Gaurav, for a brief introduction. It was very overwhelming. And, I welcome all the mutual fund distributors who are joining us today. It's really a pleasure to connect with the entire community that plays such a pivotal role in driving financial inclusion and investor confidence across the country. As Gaurav introduced me, I'm part of KFin team. I've been here since last 11 years. So I have seen a lot of changes to the industry, a lot of technological advancements. And today I'm going to talk about some of the key initiatives that we have taken. Of course, we have done all these things with a lot of feedback from the industry, from people like you who have contributed to these kind of products, and how these products and our roadmap to all the digital initiatives that we'll be taking, how it will benefit the overall mutual fund distribution fraternity. So that's the objective of today's presentation. And I will switch on to my presentation if, yeah. So the topic for today's presentation, I have kept it as empowering the mutual fund distributor fraternity. We strongly believe that, this is the core job of an RTA. And hence, I have kept my entire presentation in line with this particular theme. Now, we at KFin Tech would definitely understand that we have to strengthen the entire mutual fund distribution fraternity, the entire ecosystem, with our innovative technological solutions, because we are at the heart of processing all the transactions, and each and every transaction, whether it is success or failure, whether it is rejected or it is a pass through, everything creates an experience in the minds of investors. These investors who are sourced by you, hence it is our prime objective to ensure that we create a very seamless experience for the investors and hence for you. Now, the initiative that I'll be showing, our idea is very, very, very simple, where we want to empower you with efficiency, transparency through data and insights, so that you can focus on what you do best, which is advising and growing investors' wealth. I'll move on to the next slide. Now, this is on the current landscape, where what we do from an operation standpoint for all the mutual fund distribution community. We have close to 53 mailback reports, which are unique reports. Now, each of these reports are called on multiple times during the day. We service close to 1.5 million such reports in a month, almost a lakh, close to a lakh. Now, these reports are of varied nature. These are transaction reports. These are confirmation reports, SIP reports. There are different reports which are called on by the distributors into our website. Now, there is a dedicated team who is responsible for these mailback reports. I'm sure that most of you would have interacted with my team if you are facing any kind of issues on mailback reports. Now, the second most important thing, which we feel we keep on doing from an operations standpoint, is definitely on the commission. Now, our idea is to have the entire commission paid out by 3rd of every month. We have just started this initiative. And how we have been able to achieve that? We have been able to achieve that by taking our entire leap of computation of commission into cloud. We have adopted cloud almost 3 to 4 years ago, where we have taken our entire computation part, the entire data into cloud with optimum security and encryption. We have been able to achieve the entire commission and for all the distributors. Our idea is that once we compute, we should have enough audit checks and controls, and we even the AMC should have enough audit checks and controls, so that the entire commission should be paid out by 3rd of every month. So very soon you'll see that these commissions will be paid out to you by 3rd of every month. Some of the AMCs have already started, but largely across all our mutual fund distributors, we want to achieve this particular feat. Now, from a digital solution standpoint, although we have a lot of offerings from a digital standpoint, but the most important ones I want to bring it to your attention. One is the Iris multi-asset platform. I'll be taking you through Iris in a while. Now, Iris is a multi-asset platform, as the name suggests. It is not just for mutual fund distribution. It also has other asset classes, for example, fixed deposits and other things, including PMS, the newly launched asset class called SIF. We also have a digital NFO drive where we revolutionize the entire NFO participation through digital solutions. One of those solutions is something called a WhatsApp blast to all your investors. Of course, the investment will be done through a consent. Another thing is an embedded NFO link that we provide to the distributors. You can use that particular link or a QR code which can be sent to all your investors, and the investment into NFO can be very seamless. There is another very interesting solutions which took a lot of time because we had to take a lot of clearance from SEBI, is the group SIP solution. Now, this is one of its kind of a solution we definitely feel will be an advantage for the distributor fraternity. This product you can offer to the corporates, where at a scale you can onboard all the employees, of course, with consent on multiple schemes, and the entire journey is seamless. We can create mandates at scale for all the employees with the help of HR. So there is a complete module that we have built. We'll be very happy to share the entire product specs with all of you. But this particular initiative we have recently launched, and although it is first launched for some of the AMCs, but the larger idea that we have is group SIP should be one of the solutions that should be in the hands of the distributors. So this is again a very important initiative that we feel will be very helpful for all the mutual fund distributors. Now, there is another solution that we have built called API Marketplace. Now, Marketplace as a concept, you would have heard a lot. There are concepts called, or there are some of the things that you have heard called ONDC. Now, essentially ONDC is what? It is also a marketplace. Now, for all the AMCs, the entire transaction processing, including if you want to report any transaction, can be enabled by an RTA. And hence, what we thought that it is best for us to create an API marketplace. Now, we have created close to 42 unique APIs for all financial and non-financial transactions. This is done within the framework of MF Central, and these APIs are very much available with us, which we can share with all the distributors. These APIs can be embedded in your particular platform, and all the financial and non-financial transactions from a digital standpoint can be taken up using these APIs. The journey is very seamless. We have recently done for one of the distributors, and we have seen that how well the entire journey of an investor and the entire investment has become seamless because of API Marketplace. Now, I'll be taking you through in detail on the most important product that we have launched this year, which is called Iris. Now, Iris, initially when we started, it was seen as a revamp of our original distributor platform, which is called DIT. However, Iris and the idea of launching Iris much beyond that. So it is not just for a distribution of mutual fund. It is a distribution of all asset classes which a distributor might want to have business with. Now, why Iris? Now, Iris, as I said, it's a multi-asset platform. Obviously, it will help you scale your business. The way Iris is designed, the workflows that is designed in Iris, it is very simplified. Hence, your entire operations becomes very simplified. It has diversified product offerings. As I said, it has fixed deposit, it has PMS, SIF, AIF, fixed deposits, and we are also thinking of launching loans in that. The goal is very simple, that for all your needs from a business standpoint, if you want to offer any kind of a financial service to your investor, Iris should be the one stop shop for all the needs of the investor. Hence, the concept of Iris is different than DIT. It is an enhancement, of course, you can say from a mutual fund standpoint, but the idea is to give all asset classes under one roof. Hence, we have launched Iris. Now, as I said, it is a single platform with infinite possibilities, and hence, all asset classes are included in Iris. As you can see, we have mutual fund, AIF, SIFs, PMS. NPS is coming very soon. in Iris 2. In next launch, which is going to happen very shortly, we'll also have NPS there. It has the journey for every investors type. It is not just for retail investors, but also for sophisticated institutional clients, which means the entire client onboarding for corporates also you can do through Iris. It has every touch point, whether it is onboarding, whether it is transacting, reporting a service, which means a financial transaction or a non-financial transaction, which means we have a complete life cycle management within Iris. There is only one thing which we are launching in our next release is on the CRM, where you can interact with your investor through a CRM platform. They can route queries to you. If you are able to resolve those queries, fine. Otherwise, you can redirect it to our CRM and we'll be able to close those tickets. So every query that you raise in Iris will have a proper ticket, will follow a proper ticket management system to close all the queries and all the issues that you raise for Iris. It has a multi-persona design. Of course, it is not only catered, as I said, for individual IFAs, even for national distributors, banks, and corporate setup. When I say that, of course, other than the IFAs, the NDs, banks, and corporate setups, they will have a different, mapping system. They will have relationship managers. So Iris has been able to create that kind of an architecture where we can consume and we can have multi-tier relationship within the platform. The next is the hierarchy management. As I said, it has a multi-layer setup for various relationship. Obviously, if there are employees, UINs available under you, or if it is a national distributor, there are relationship managers, sub ARN, sub brokers, service RMs. Everyone will have access to Iris, and they will also be able to see their portfolio and their AUM within Iris. Some of the spotlight, as I can say, from a dashboard's perspective. Of course, to do your business, you need a lot of data, and data should be presented in a manner where you will be able to infer a lot of information, which will help you take your decisions. Hence, we have enhanced the entire dashboard for Iris. It has a lot of AUM insights. The AUM insights is broken down to scheme category, sub scheme category, and there are multiple drill down capabilities that we have enabled in Iris. There is enough transaction intelligence. So today, if you report a transaction, you will be communicated once the transaction is either processed or maybe rejected through the mailback reports. But within Iris, you will be able to see the complete transaction journey, where if something is reported, if it is not approved or approved, whether the statement has gone to the investor, and if it is not approved, whether there is some kind of a rejection reason to that. So those things can be seen easily in Iris, so that you can take an informed decision to call the RTA or maybe the AMC to process those transactions. There are performance leaderboard within Iris, which will tell you the top schemes, top investors within your portfolio, and you can present these kind of analytics to some of your prospective investors. AMC wise analytics is also available in Iris, which will give you a complete breakup of AUM. So as I said, the entire dashboard, the way it is presented, a lot of drill down we have enabled in Iris, so that you will be able to understand how your business is growing, whether it is AMC wise, whether it is investor wise, whether it is SIP book, liquid, equity, debt. So all that we have enabled in Iris. From an operational efficiency standpoint, definitely, we believe, and based on the feedback that we have received since the time we have launched Iris, it has a lot of efficiency. NFO check application that you have sourced for an NFO, what is the status of those NFO before allotment. Also, you can see those things with mass NFO link initiations. So as I told in the previous slide, that we have a digital NFO solution. One of the solution is a NFO link. Now you can send this link at mass to all your investors, and you can enable them to invest in a particular NFO. SIP, there is a separate dashboard which will tell you about the complete fresh inflows, upcoming maturities, so that you can take informed decision whether you have to, you can approach the investor for continuing with the investment. What are the cancelled and seized SIPs and paused SIPs? There is another thing that we are planning to implement here is any SIPs where there are consecutive returns, but not three, because after three, obviously, the SIP is supposed to be cancelled or terminated. However, if it is only two, returns, then you should be able to understand, and you should be able to see those investors and talk to the investor and continue with the investment. That way, it will help you in terms of SIP not getting terminated. There is a unified onboarding flow that we have in Iris, and that onboarding will serve for all asset classes. Non-financial transaction, almost 10 plus major subjects we have enabled in Iris for a change in investor profile. You can enable the entire change of investor profile through Iris. We have initiated a service request across all multiple products and multiple asset classes in Iris, and we are also going to enable how we will be able to service the distributor. So Iris has a dedicated email inbox. We have a dedicated team for understanding and going through all queries for Iris and resolving them one time. We are expanding it because the way Iris is expanding now and the way Iris is getting adopted, we understand that we'll have to also scale up the service team. From a growth perspective, as I said, why Iris is a little different. Now, most of the assets that you would have seen so far, including the DIT, the previous offering that we had, you will see AEM and the entire breakup up to an ARN level, which is the main broker level. However, we also understand that we must give at a granular level. Hence, we have gone ahead and created AEM and portfolio dashboards and availability of the data at a sub-ARN level, at a UIN level too. Hence, we are able to create the entire employee setup hierarchy so that anyone logging in, it has a particular role. If the role is of main ARN, the ARN will be able to see all the portfolios under the ARN. If it is only UIN, what is mapped to the UIN? So far, this particular granularity was not available. We have made it possible through Iris. Mandate creation is made possible through Iris. We have integrated with all the payment gateways. We have a solution called SwiftFlow, which is a payment orchestration platform. Within SwiftFlow, we have all the top payment gateways, payment aggregators, whether it is Billdesk, Razorpay, and others. We also have a KYC management that we do it through Iris. Now, KFin as a KRA has integrated all the APIs in Iris, so you can use KFin KRAs for seamlessly onboarding an investor for KYC. So it is part of the entire onboarding exercise. The entire journey is completely digital. As I said, since it's a multi-asset platform, obviously the entire empanelment has to be multi-asset. So if you do an empanelment within Iris, you can actually do the entire empanelment across various asset classes and not just only for MF. There is another feature that we believe from a growth perspective should be really good for you, which is coming soon, is on the earnings tracker, which will give you a complete visibility of your earnings with GST invoice download for simplified accounting and reconciliation. So these are some of the very, very important features which are currently available in Iris, and the earnings trackers will be coming very soon. A lot of data, since we, as I explained earlier, we have moved to cloud from a data perspective, and hence we are able to launch a lot of different products. We have been able to do a lot of different initiatives from a digital standpoint. Data is one of them. Obviously, data is very much required so that you can take informed decisions, and it should help you in terms of your business growth. For investors, we have created a lot of different reports, whether it is statement of account, consolidated account statement, and other things. There are a lot of specialized reports we have created for investors. Similarly, we have also created a lot of different reports for distributors as well. We also have plans to enhance and get into those kind of reports which are never available. I'll cover that in the subsequent slides. From an adoption standpoint, since the time we have launched, I think it is closer to 6 months. We have close to almost 53,000 distributors onboarded already on Iris. We are managing close to 7 lakh crore AUM and almost 9 crore plus SIP book, which is monthly. So these are numbers which we are very proud of, and I'm sure it is only on the sheer capability of the platform that we have been able to achieve this. Excuse me. Now, from a roadmap perspective, there are some features that we are planning to launch. One is the fund screener. Now, this fund screener is nothing but if you want to find the right scheme for an investor based on the profile and the risk profile of the investor, you will be able to use that fund screener. We will maybe I will circulate how the fund screener will work with Gaurav, and maybe Gaurav can circulate to all of you. We are also thinking of launching co-branded creatives. Now, this co-branded creatives will be a brand launch under your brand, and that can be done digitally on Iris. A lot of feedback has come from the distributors that we should provide a facility to modify SIPs. Now, there are a lot of different parameters in SIP. For example, your start date, end date, your SIP amount, and so many things, including SIP date. Now, what is and what has come very strongly as a feedback that there should be an option to modify an SIP, which is not currently available, but we have been able to work on that. We are going to launch very soon under Iris. We're also planning to have a unified brokerage statement with GST invoices. Now, what is a unified brokerage statement? Now, as a distributor, you must be getting, say for KFin serviced AMCs, almost close to 27, 28 brokerage statements if you're servicing and all. But we will be able to provide a single brokerage statement for all the AMCs under RE. So suppose you are empaneled with 7 AMCs and you get brokerage for 7 AMCs, we will be giving you a single brokerage statement. The advantage of this brokerage statement is you don't have to go through the 7 statements plus the annexures for all those 7 statements. There will be a single statement with all relevant annexures, single annexures, not for AMC wise annexure. It will also help you in terms of reconciliation. It will make your entire reconciliation very easy. Another very important feature which has come again as a very strong feedback after our launch is the family tree management, which is from an investor standpoint, not from a distributor standpoint. Distributor standpoint, we already have hierarchy level management in Iris, but from a investor standpoint, family tree is something that we will be launching very soon. We are also launching all mailback reports in Iris, so you don't have to go to a different platform to request for a mailback. So far, we have enabled 13 mailback reports in Iris, but we'll be launching all mailbacks, which is the 53 mailback reports in Iris. There are some very strategic initiatives that we are also thinking. One is a corporate client onboarding with maker checker flows. Now, while in Iris, the transaction for a corporate client is possible, but onboarding, it's not available, not even in our in our older version of distributor platform, which is DIT. Now we'll be launching very soon the entire corporate client onboarding in Iris. One touch point empanelment across all AMC. This is one feature which we've been discussing with all the AMCs, where a distributor should be able to empanel across all AMCs. It need not be AMC wide. It should be a single click empanelment across all AMCs. We're also launching an L&D library for distributor, which is called Pathshala. The first cut of Pathshala has already come. We are working with an external company to create videos, to create libraries where distributors can take training for any kind of a new release of a circular. We'll be releasing all the directives within Pathshala. If you want to have your employees go through NISM, there is enough videos that will be available in Pathshala so that they can go through each and every module, including the questionnaire and the answers for that. So Pathshala is going to be another big release under Iris. As I said, we want to start the entire CRM, the client CRM, which is essentially a CRM, customer relationship management facility for the distributor with their respective investors. A campaign builder with advanced investor analytics that we are planning within Iris. It is again a very important feature that we believe, because it will give you an insight in terms of various personas of investors. For example, if you want to target only Gen Zs, then which are the target investors. If you want to target senior citizens, which are the target investors. If you want to target a specific persona of an investor, then advanced analytics will be able to help you. I will again, share some of the decks with Gaurav for advanced analytics very soon. AI powered interactive reports and workflows where you will be able to create your own reports. Now, if you have standard millback reports, since the data is already available on cloud, and for your particular ARN or UIN, as the case may be, we have the data already computed and served to Iris. You will be able to download the reports based on your requirement. It's not the standard one, but you can select the kind of data points that you need, and you can download your own reports. Loan against brokerage is something that we have been very passionate about, and we really want to have this feature under Iris. Today we have the capabilities, since we have moved to cloud, and we have been working very very hard in terms of making sure that you get your brokerages on time. We also are we have built a capability to compute brokerage daily. Now, with this feature, what we realize is, since we have the capability to compute brokerage daily, which means that you will always have something called an accrued commission. And on the accrued commission, we are looking and trying to partner with some of the NBFCs, whether we can extend a loan. We already have something called an instant brokerage. I'm not sure whether all of you are aware of, but for one of the AMCs, one of the larger AMCs, we have created a feature called instant brokerage, where any time during the month you can withdraw 50% of the accrued brokerage. Now, with this capability, we are also thinking that instead of withdrawing the commission, rather than that, why can't we extend a loan on the brokerages? And there are other asset classes. As I said, NPS is going to come very soon on Iris. So these are some of the key initiatives and key innovations which are there in the roadmap, which will happen in next 4 to 5 months, and we are very very excited about these newer features and newer initiatives. Most of it, we got it, we understood because of the feedback that we got from the mutual fund distributors. Training and support, as I said, Pathshala, we are going to launch. Apart from Pathshala, we also have a separate team who is doing a lot of training for different asset classes like SIF, and also we have conducted some of the training sessions for some of the distributors, and our team will be available for any kind of a training program that you want to go through, from NISM to including NISM 13. So we have learned individuals who can partner with AMCs, and we can also reach out to you through your MFD associations or something, and we can organize training programs for your employees, or maybe if you want to go through a specific training, we can definitely do that. So there is a program, you would have seen on the left hand side, there is a logo called Ignite. Now, Ignite is one such initiative that we started almost 6-7 months back, where we did a mass connect with the distributors, and because of this connect, we got to know a lot of things that we should be doing for the distribution fraternity, and hence products like Iris, Pathshala and all, we've been able to evangelize, and now we have built it. As I said, Iris, we strongly believe, is the future for distribution. One, it will transfer your operations. It will give you scale in terms of business because it has multiple asset classes. It is a delight for your clients because you will have the entire CRM, which means the entire relationship can be managed through Iris. You will be able to grow your business because of the product offerings that we have it, and your operations will be much seamless because of the digital journey that we are offering in Iris. We have, as I said, a dedicated support for Iris. You can see the email on this particular presentation itself. We have a separate portal for Iris. So, if you have already not registered yourself on Iris, I would definitely encourage you and request you to go to the particular link. Have a look at Iris, and you will definitely find a lot of value add that we have done for Iris and keeping you in our mind. With this, I'm done with the presentation, Gaurav. Thanks a lot. And if there are any questions, I'm very happy to answer.
Thank you very much, Praveen. I think it is absolutely great delight to see that you're building such a powerful platform, and so many technology initiatives which you have taken, and I think I'm very, very excited with the roadmap which you have given. So one is, of course, they are much more enhanced, but your roadmap in terms of library, client CRMs, your advanced investor analytics, loan against brokerages is something very, very innovative. So thank you for sharing all that. So dear partners, if you have any questions for Praveen, because this is a very exclusive opportunity to interact with Praveen and actually ask your questions directly, you can post your questions on the chat window and it will come to us, and we'll take all those questions to Praveen. So he's there with us for some more time with us. But before we get a few questions, Praveen, I just want to quickly chew your brains and maybe pose some questions to you. So one is, you talked about in terms of course, from your strategic initiatives, also you talked about in touch based on AI. But can you just elaborate for because this is something which everybody is witnessing that and anticipating that it's going to disrupt. So from a KFin Tech perspective, from an RTA perspective, how you are adopting AI technology, okay, and also can you help us understand, because all these partners, those who are there on this call, how they can adopt. Are there any AI tools? Is there what is the use case for them in terms of AI adoption?
Sure, Gaurav. So, as an organization, because since we are a listed company and we are in the service sector where the technology is continuously evolving, adoption of AI was inevitable for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I said, we first started our journey moving into cloud almost 3 to 4 years ago, where our CTO, who has come with a massive background of being, a chief architect, engineering in LinkedIn and Yahoo. So he's the one who first went, outside the box, I must say, adopting cloud, and hence we partnered with AWS to adopt AI. We have been able to achieve a lot of success through AI. One, in terms of creating these kind of products, the ones that we have been talking about in terms of commission computation, the one that I've been talking about in terms of CRM. The one that we want to really achieve and in terms of complete adoption of AI is on the CRM part, where we strongly believe that the entire query management from distributors and from investors should be handled by AI. Not all of them, but most of them, and we are working on that front. See, we have opened a different center in Bhubaneswar, where we have close to 250 data engineers. That center is called Center of Excellence for Data Analytics and Engineering. We have taken people from top engineering colleges when they were in the fourth year, and we started working with them. They come with a lot of disruptive ideas, and of course, the new technology that has really helped us. But at the same time, as I said, we are a listed company. We first formed a committee for adoption of AI because data encryption and data security is of prime importance for us. So we are very much watchful in terms of what we are doing. There is nothing that we have adopted in our core activities because we are the repository for a large investor data, and we definitely cannot afford any kind of instance of data leakage. But in our engineering practices, we are a big we are a big adopter of AI. From a distributor standpoint, I believe that they should be the recipient of all the technology initiative that we take, and it is our job, to empower them with all the capabilities of AI.
Sure. No, absolutely. Thanks for that. So another aspect where, as you also mentioned about the data protection, and I think there are rising cyber threats, and I think being, you are the RTA and all the investor data is, kind of there with you. So one of the things, and I want to take that opportunity to understand from you so that you can share with all our partners in terms of what are the specific measures or innovations which KFin Tech has taken to ensure safeguard all this sensitive information against any kind of cyber threats, because these are all distributors, investors, and they just wanted that assurance in terms of what are the steps which KFin Tech has taken. So if you can just kind of elaborate on that.
I'll have to talk in a bit technical language, but I'll try to be as lame as I can. But to start with, the entire data resides in our data centers. right? Which is where if there is any threat, it has to be first at my data centers. Now we are with a tier 4 data center, which is called Control S. Okay. And the way the entire data, we have the way we have built our entire data security is, one, we have moved to the tier 4 data centers, which means, what does our tier 4 means? Which means the highest level of security encryption from an infiltration standpoint. At the same time, while we are storing our data, we have 4 golden copies, right? Which is called, we have a primary data center, then we have a secondary data center, we have a DR. We have a DR in Mumbai, okay, which is different than this seismic zone, which again makes us very secure. The entire data replication that happens, across my secondary and the DR side, it is, hardly few minutes. And this we have demonstrated in presence of SEBI, where they have done an unannounced DR drill into our DR site, and they asked us to switch, and we switched it within minutes. We have switched it, so there is no actual data loss. But for everyone, I just want to tell you that while we are doing so much of measure, the most informed in terms of data security is our regulator, and I'm really thankful for that. SEBI has started an initiative a year ago called Air Gap Data Center. It is not just for KFin, it is also for CAMS, both the RTAs. They are building they have in fact already built another data center where data is almost real time, and it is an air gap data center, which means we don't have any access to them. So suppose I go down and CAMS goes down, still the work will go because that data center is available.
Okay.
So there are 5 different ways in which we have done it. Of course, we also have a complete unit. It's called an SRE team, system reliability engineering team, who will do 24/7 monitoring of any threat, any risk to any of our firewalls or anything that hits. So we keep doing that, and there are other measures like we ourselves try to do a lot of hacks and red teaming exercises. So from a security and a data production standpoint, I think we have taken a lot of different measures. Hence, while we see there are instances of data leakage and all, but it doesn't impact KFin as an entity.
Sure. No, I think it's good to know that we have multi-layered of data protection and security. So that's very assuring. You talked about this API marketplace, and I think I was just kind of intrigued. Can you help us understand the use case from a distributor perspective? What is this API marketplace which you're talking about, and how through this platform, what is the use case, how they can use this to grow their business?
Sure. So API marketplace is nothing but so today, if you want to do any kind of a commercial and a non-commercial transaction, there are apps available, but every app and every portal will work on an underlying API, right? So what we did, for distributors, so there are different properties. KFin will have a property, AMC will have a property, but it is specific to a particular AMC. But suppose distributor wants to have a property and wants to have a capability to service all AMCs. We have created something called API marketplace, where all financial transactions and non-financial transaction within the way the journey is available in any other platform will be available to them across all the AMCs. So they can definitely do any kind of a commercial and non-commercial transaction. So API marketplace is a plug and play product for distributors, especially RIAs and all. So today, if they want to launch, say NFOs for different SIFs or maybe different newer schemes, they can just take my API marketplace and even enable it immediately. So that has become very seamless. Earlier, the entire integration used to take a lot of time. The file exchange system was and the biggest challenge in API is the entire integration takes a lot of time. API marketplace makes it very easy.
Okay, and then it's like plug and play, as you said.
Yes.
Another, if I have to talk about, the pain area from a distributor's point of view, from partner's point of view, is about, in terms of the recon of the brokerage. And so can you just help us understand what are the checks and balances? And I think you mentioned about the use of AI also in terms of brokerage. So I think there are few cases which has happened where there is in terms of difference in terms of what the brokerage rates are and how it is being computed. So can you just help us understand in terms of what are the tools which you are using and from a brokerage recon perspective?
Sure. So we have something called a brokerage recon model, which we have, after this entire commission computation, we also understood that it is not the speed of computing, but it's also the accuracy.
Right.
Because obviously, I'm also an employee. If my company, I'm supposed to get X salary, if my company deducts something, I'll be furious. So we understand that. So these are the two, motives we had in our mind while we were doing this exercise. One, we want to give timely payout. Second, we want to give accurate payout. Now, how do we ensure accuracy? So there are, you'll be amazed to know that there are 150 plus checks when we do a brokerage.
150 plus checks.
And this includes, because there are some investment which is dated, say 2010 or something, when even the we had entry load, right?
Yes.
And it continues in SIPs. So there are 150 checks that we do. If there is a change of broker, if there are different rules that we have to follow, transfer of AUM, we have to follow different rules. So there are 150 checks that we, a complete cycle has to undergo. Now these checks are essentially, some of them were systematic, but some of them were manual. We earlier engaged, we have a team who will do the entire verification, but obviously, since the business has grown, we also realize that it is humanly not possible for us to check each and every transaction, right? So we developed the tools, through cloud, and we have now 150 alerts. Now, as and when I compute a brokerage, my entire system will read and understand whether it is not as per a particular rule. For example, if I say that, if there is a change of, I have to give there is a cooling period. If the cooling period is not followed, then, my system will tell me that, there is a problem here. So these checks will ensure that, all my rules and checks and balances, my system is able to, generate on its own rather than human. We still have a human check where they will be verifying a very small portion of the data, which is an outlier, which is easier, and hence we are ensuring quality. We are also thinking, to develop this entire recon module within IRIS. Now, this recon module is nothing but, once a distributor gets their annexures and the brokerage summary, they can upload within IRIS. They can upload the rate card, and the system will tell you whether it is as per the rate card or not. Ideally, if it is my brokerage, nothing should come out because I'm also using the same engine. And if there are discrepancies, they can actually do a complete recon. So we want to front end the entire recon so that they're also assured that yes, my entire commission is correct.
Oh, that's good. I think I was not aware. 150 checks are done, and all these are automated now. Correct? So that I think that's good to know. So that's very assuring. Another pain area, if I've talked about it, is in terms of the rejections, and of course SIP rejections and others are major contributing to it, and they come for various reasons in terms of rejection. So overall at KFin level, how you're working in terms of reducing these rejections, because these are all sales done and unnecessarily in terms of opportunities lost. So if you can just help us understand what initiatives which you are taking.
Sure. So Gaurav, I have to go back to 2024. You will remember there are a lot of newer circulars that SEBI has released, right? Now, when I compare the overall rejections, the rejection spiked after the KYC circular came, and then the recent nomination circular has come, where even the address is not available, then we were rejecting it, right? Now, one thing that I've done is we have connected with the distributors, and I have faced a lot of questions in terms of the most common question that I got from the distributors: you have processed for this AMC, you have not processed for this AMC. But to be very honest, it is not me. It is the regulation which tells me. All right, both are KYC, registered, but one is validated, another is registered, and both are newer to each AMC. So there are different rules. Now, what I believe is not just the rejection, because rejection I can't reduce it, because if it's a valid reason, I won't be able to do it. But we can definitely avoid the entire rejection of a transaction, because we have time to do the remediation. Now,
Mhm.
I honestly feel that the information should be available with the distributors well in advance. For example, I
Correct.
have 5 days to refund, right? On the fifth day or before, just before the fifth day, I need to refund it, which means that from day one to day four, we have time to remediate that particular case. For example, KYC is registered, then go and take the modification form. So the availability of information, which I feel is very important for the distributors to handle the rejections and making sure we can convert the rejection into a proper transaction. Now, this particular feature we are going to add as a mailback. So today, the mailback tells you that if it is rejected or it is processed. It doesn't tell you that it is going to be rejected, which means these are not in good order transactions and will be rejected at a later course of time. So we are planning to have this particular report, a separate report, in our as part of our mailback offering, which will be rolled out very soon. I've seen these kind of issues mostly in NFOs, because they
Mhm.
pumpy the money, and obviously that the NFO period will run up to 15 days, and after that allotment. So for 20 days of keeping the money, but finally rejecting it. So that makes investor furious. So obviously these kind of information and data availability, we can make it possible to the distributor. Another thing I want to tell you, I told in one of my slides that after 3 installments, if it is bounced, we are supposed to terminate the SIP, and it is as per regulation. We can't help
Yeah.
it. Now, I can give this information on the second month itself. I can enable that information on the second month itself, where distributor will know that 2 installment have bounced,
Bounce.
and the third installment it will be terminated. Let me go to the investor, ensure that money comes. So
Mhm.
these are some of the things we can do to avoid the rejections. But from a documentation standpoint, what is a good order transaction? We will be launching very soon in our Pathshala. When the Pathshala will be launched, we'll be launching all that very soon.
Okay, sure. So let me just see in terms of some question. Uh, so I think people, while Iris is a platform, but I think I could see a lot of questions are coming in terms of what is the support mechanism for Iris, and after migration, some of the distributors are saying that they have been facing issues. Uh, so
So
can you?
we have a dedicated email ID for Iris. We are going to we are going to see if we can have other channels of interacting and closing some of the queries of distributors. See, I'll tell you honestly, uh,
Hmm.
you know, in a span of 5 months, having 50K plus distributors onboarded on a platform in it itself is an achievement, but it also comes with a lot of cost. I mean, we understand that if there are some login issues or other issues, we'll have to be really fast to resolve all that. So we opened a 24/7 war room for Iris, and because the number of queries were increasing. So, but we will also publish as banners, or maybe as a notice in Iris, that if these are the various channels available to you. So maybe the 24/7 war room is not known to most of the distributors. However, they are sending an email on the dedicated email ID. But this particular channel also will expose it to the distributor. That will ensure that you get faster resolution. At the
Okay.
same time, we are very shortly going to have a region-wise team for handling IRIS queries. There will be 4 teams for each of the regions, whether it's north, south, east, and west. And some of the experienced one, the digital champs that I have across all these regions, will be part of this team, dedicated only for Iris. So I'm sure that in next 1 week or 10 days, the entire support for Iris will definitely go up.
Oh, wonderful. I think that's very important and needed. Also, I think you talked about a very important feature, which is about providing group SIP through Iris. So, can you just take a minute and actually explain if as an MFD somebody has to initiate this group SIP, how he can go about it, and how this platform can help him?
So, see, Group SIP is kind of a product. Okay.
Correct.
Now, what is a Group SIP? I mean, you go to a corporate where a lot of different employees are there. Then with the help of their HR, you'll be given a platform to show, what are the various schemes and how they can invest in SIPs. Now, how this entire system, the product that we have built will help. Now, it will have a complete suite in terms of how you can take the entire, the group of employees, explain all the various products for various AMCs. You will be given an option for them to select. Either you send the way you send a distributor initiated transaction, you will be able to send to all the employees, and they should be able to select which scheme they want to invest.
Okay.
Now, unlike any other SIP, there is no mandate which gets created in the bank. Rather, it gets deducted from the salary, which means HR has a very important play here. But for the HR, the entire flow is very seamless, where the salary gets deducted. The SIP amount gets deducted from the salary, and it will come to the collection account of the AMC with the ARN code. So entire system, the way it is designed, once you onboard, the entire system automatically works. There is nothing that HR has to do. One setup and HR's job is over. The only thing HR has to do is to check the concurrency of the employee. There is every possibility that the employee has already done an exit, or there are newer employees who have joined who were not given this particular option. So that's the only thing that HR has to do. That also is managed through GroupSIP. A lot of dashboards available in GroupSIP where distributor can see AMC-wise dashboard, HR-wise dashboard is available, investor-wise dashboard is available. Entire journey is digital. Roles are defined. What an AMC will do, what a HR will do, what a distributor will do. Everything is defined. There is an automatic reconciliation available in GroupSIP system where the SIPs that you have registered versus what is collected. So if there is a difference, you will understand that maybe an employee has not invested, or he or she has cancelled it, or that person is not there in the company anymore. So entire reconciliation, you can do it. The data is available in a very transparent manner, and it's very easy to guide the entire investment setup to an employee and to control it. So that way, GroupSIP, it's a product in its own, where you can run these kind of campaigns with multiple stakeholders, and there is nothing that you have to do it outside. See, we also provide how you can show this entire journey as a presentation. If you want to do it to a corporate, we can provide that entire presentation also to the distributors.
Okay.
We can make it part of that product itself.
No, I think that's a very good solution which is available, and it can help in terms of getting bulk SIPs and onboarding large number of investors in one go if our MFD partners go through through this corporate route.
Yeah. I just want to add one thing, Gaurav. Sorry to interrupt. This particular product had a lot of resistance from SEBI, and we have represented SEBI a lot, and they have approved for top 500 companies only right now, not all companies. So I think this is pilot, the first pilot phase where 500 companies are launched, and the product performance and other things will be seen. But soon it should come for all corporates, what I believe. So maybe the list of those 500 also I can publish it to you.
Okay, sure. This is helpful. There are a lot of questions which are coming in terms of arranging the demo for the product. So I think there are a lot of interest, but they are looking at the demo support.
Sure.
So there are a few questions like, can we onboard the client in mutual fund directly from IRS, or
yes, you can. Yes, we can.
And can they do investment in AMC? Not KFin Tech also.
Not yet. Not yet.
NPS also, you mentioned that it's going to come very soon.
Yeah, it's going. You must be aware that we were the second CRA after NSDL, and we have NPS running for almost 5-6 years. And we have a digital platform for NPS, but we never thought from a POP perspective as a distributor. So we are bringing that concept here. So maybe a distributor is also a POP for NPS, so we can have NPS as a product there itself.
Correct. So I could see a lot of questions asking for demo. So I'm sure your team, as you said, regional wise, I think you have champions.
Yes.
So all our distributors can connect with the KFin Tech team, and of course, if there is any help which is required from Canara Robeco, we'll be more than happy to help you and pass on those requests to KFin Tech so that they can take it forward from you. I think this is very, very interesting. I know that we are already close to an hour now in conversation with you, but quickly, I just wanted to do before the close a very rapid fire questions with you. Okay, few so that at least we leave on that note. So can we go, Praveen?
Sure.
Okay. So one word to describe the biggest evolution in the RTA ecosystem.
One word. I think intelligence.
Okay. Most important security feature in KFin Tech platforms.
Data security and encryption.
Okay. Biggest cyber threat facing RTAs right now.
So we face threat. We do face threat. There are I would say malware attacks. And most common is malware attacks. They haven't been able to infiltrate and do anything, but they keep our team busy.
Wonderful. Future tech trend for RTA, AI or blockchain?
Blockchain, definitely.
Okay. And the last one is one innovation which KFin Tech is proud of.
Right now, if you ask me, I'm very proud of IRIS. Anything we create a marketplace for the distributors, we definitely believe that most important community and tirelessly they work. If we can add value to their lives and become a part of their lives, we definitely want Iris to be part of their life. We want Iris to be a back office for them. 8 to 9 hours they should work on Iris. I think we are very proud of that.
I think absolutely. Thank you very much, Praveen, for sharing these insights with all our partners. And definitely, I'm sure to make our partners future ready to really harness that entire opportunity which is before us, this platform can really help them. Definitely, I think as the voice of the distributors partners is coming in, they require more knowledge and demo, particularly to really have that feel of how it will work. I'm sure your teams will arrange for those demo, and at Canara Robeco will be more than happy to really partner with KFin Tech as well to share more. If you need more sessions, we can do more sessions with their regional champions at the regional level, so that you all are much more empowered on it. But definitely, I think one thing is undisputed, which is in terms of the adoption of the technology. So it's not about a question of whether we want it or not, but how do we adopt the technology in our day-to-day things to really scale up the business, to ensure that the customer service and the entire customer experience is at the core. And I think some of these innovations at the KFin Tech level will really help all our partners in terms of providing that service excellence to all our investors. So thank you very, very much, Praveen, for your time, sharing these insights with all our partners. This is exclusive initiative taken by Canara Robeco to bring RTA directly KFin Tech to each one of you, and we will get regular sessions on this KFin Tech interaction with the leadership team of KFin Tech, so that we directly hear from the leaders at KFin Tech in terms of what's happening at KFin Tech, what are the various initiatives which they are taking, and of course, how we can grow together with all these initiatives, how we can adopt it. So thank you very much, Praveen, for your time, and thank you all our partners for joining.
Thanks
in
a
fact, Praveen, we had more than 1,000 actually distributor partners who have joined this session across the length and breadth of the country. There were a lot of questions in terms of whether we can get the recording of this. I got a lot of messages on my WhatsApp also that, can we get the recording if you're not able to join? So certainly we will provide the recording as well, so that you can go through it. And apart from the recording, again, I'm repeating, if you need any help from KFin Tech as far as this platform is concerned, if you need any specific training sessions or demo sessions, we'll be more than happy to partner with KFin Tech and provide that. So thank you very much, Praveen.
Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, and thank you, partners, and we will meet you very soon again in another enriching session, knowledge enriching session with KFin Tech. Thank you very much.